maybe this is a bit of karma for having a pretty successful run of races in the previous week or two. Had a lot of wins, a lot of podiums, but apparently it's my time to pay the piper. But this last week of racing has been probably some of the worst racing I've experienced in quite some time. I just want everybody to be aware that in iRacing, I have an A class license for sport cars, and in LMU, I have a Platinum 2 safety rating. Um, Admittedly, I am still fairly low driver ranking in both. I started this week at like low 1400s I rating in iRacing, and I am one good race away from going into Silver 1 rank in LMU. So that may play in part of it, but as far as my safety ratings go and like licenses, they're both fairly high, all things considered. So you would think that would lead to fairly clean racing. I think, as we're all going to see, that that's not necessarily the case, unfortunately. So hopefully, I've gotten this out of my system and I can have some clean racing here for the next couple weeks. That would be very enjoyable. So that's me there in the Porsche ahead of this Cadillac GTP. We're coming into the last chicane at Spa. Obviously, I realize that he's got quite a bit of speed on me, and I try to be mindful of that. So, in my mind, I'm already to the left hand side. I will just stay as far left as I can go, giving him basically the entire track to the right of me in order to kind of dive into the inside and make his way through. Really, I maybe would hold me up a tenth of a second extra. I wouldn't have to overslow a ton. I would think that that was a smart move. Um, I realize that, people aren't mind readers, but I would think that that was pretty clear when I kept as far left as possible that there was some intent to have him pass on the inside. I think, as you'll see, apparently that was somehow not understood. Um, and even if that wasn't understood, I don't really understand what his thought process was or lack thereof. And then you'll see a little later on, he proceeds to blame me and say that I should have moved. I don't really know where I was supposed to move, but that's his thought process. So enjoy the little clip. I think everyone will have a little laugh at this.
If there's a car coming up on you about 60 miles an hour closer speed, you would think you'd get the fuck out of the way. Thanks for the